and lows, and started with 3 or 4 people, and now we're over 30 to 40 at times. So for myself, thank you guys for everything you've done. We really appreciate it. And now we're going to look to some of the younger parents to fill some big shoes.
I bet you're old.
More gray hair.
So thank you very much.
I think the mayor would like to present you with a token of appreciation.
Ma'am? Got a token of our appreciation for you? I would like to take a moment and recognize we've got Mayor Dave Dravetta in the house. And his wife Margaret, and I know they have been big supporters of Gardner Gold throughout the years. And I'm sure the fellas and the gals appreciate all of your support, you know, in the years past. So, but again, thank you all for coming, and good luck in all your future endeavors.
Thank you.
We're going to wait just a minute. Very nice. I wish I was as good at reading those proclamations as Mayor Dravetta used to be. I guess I'll have to keep practicing. Next up on the agenda is public comments. Members of the public are welcome to use this time to make comments about city matters or items on the agenda that are not part of a public hearing. I would mention to everyone that's in attendance that if you're here to talk about new business item number 1, you can talk about it at this time, or you can wait until after staff presentation and make comments at that time. We've got a few more people than we normally do, and the governing body rules of procedure kind of put a time limit on the amount of time that people speak at about 5 minutes. Depending on how many people we see, you know, we might have to go to the stopwatch on a time or two, but hopefully not. So, that being the case, if there's anyone that would like to make public comments at this time, I ask you to come forward, state your name and address for the record, and be heard.
Hello, Council. My name is Rich Melton. My address is 521 East Hawthorne. I've been a citizen here in Gardner for a little over 12 years. I have a real quick question for Council. Is there anyone on Council who believes that the little stickers in the window prevent crazy people from coming in here with weapons?
All right. And I'm not trying to interrupt you, but I want to mention, public comments are usually an opportunity for members of the public to give us their opinions.
Sure.
It generally is not an interactive enterprise.
All right. I'll just finish up then. Last time I came to council and talked to you about the no concealed carry, since then there's been at least two mass shootings in what are considered gun-free zones. In the Navy Yard, The person went in with a gun, shot a person who was a security guard or a, effectively police officer, and took his weapon and then proceeded to cause mayhem. As I see it, with what the council's looking at doing, spending resources, time, money, effort into potentially blocking what really amounts to about 300 citizens probably in the city of Gardner who are concealed carry holders, and only about a small percentage of those are religious concealed carry holders like myself, from carrying into this building for whatever reason. It seems to be a waste of funds and time. I am currently in the 7th week of the Citizens Police Academy. In that time I've been going, I found out that the city's police department is severely underfunded in what they need to do. I mean, we have about 4 officers on patrol at any time. They have 2 vehicles that are 4-wheel drives that they can get around in the snow. The cruisers that they have are breaking down all the time because of it's the type of vehicle. I've checked with other people I know in law enforcement, and that particular vehicle they have has problems. It's a known issue. So my thought is, instead of spending money where we don't need to, council should look at spending money with the chief and doing things to get that department in order to actually protect the citizens and do something positive with it, versus putting something on the door that's going to stop 1 to 2% of the population from walking through the door, who, by the way, are all legally concealed carry holders who've had a background check, who have proved that they have not done anything wrong. To me, that's common sense. Protecting people from people who are not a threat does do nothing but waste time and money. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rich.
Oh, if I might, I'm sure all of you swore an oath to the Constitution and, of course, the state Constitution, if I might read from it. In the 4th item in the state Constitution is individual right to bear arms or armies. A person has the right to keep and bear arms for defense or of self, family, home, state, for lawful hunting and recreational use, and for other lawful purpose. But standing armies in a time of peace are dangerous to liberty and shall not be tolerated. The military shall not be in strict insubordination of civil power. But the key in that is, and for any other lawful purpose, which concealed carry is. If you've all sworn an oath to that, the state constitution, you have to really consider that in your vote tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rich. Is there anybody else that would like to make public comment at this time? With no one coming forward, we'll move to the consent agenda. Is there a council member that would like to remove an item from the consent agenda? I would entertain a motion.
I move we approve the consent agenda.
Cheryl, please.
Excuse me for the interruption, Mr. Mayor. If we could table the minutes, please.
We've got, I do want to mention, the minutes aren't included in the agenda. Our new city attorney, while reviewing the minutes from the last meeting, had a couple of items that he wanted to change. We will bring them back at the next council meeting for approval, but since they came at a time that didn't allow us to get them published appropriately, we'll just move that out till the next meeting. So,
Thank you.
I believe we had a motion.
Second.
Motion, Harrison, second, Freeman, that we approve the consent agenda. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Consent agenda is approved.
Do we need to have a motion to table the minutes, or is it okay just to remove it from the consent agenda?
If they're not, actually, the updated agenda doesn't include them, so they don't need to be tabled. So, new business item number 1. Consider directing the city administrator to prepare a letter of notification to the Kansas Attorney General of the city's intent to exempt City Hall from HB 2052 under Section 2I for the 4-year exemption period allowed by the statute.
Good evening, Mayor and honorable council members.
Good morning, Chief. I mean, good evening, Chief.
Yeah, well, it might seem like